Hi everyone, Ron Crider reporting for duty today. Today is Sunday. This is my day 256. It's November the 29th. It's the end of the Thanksgiving holiday weekend, and I do actually have numbers to report today, so that makes it a really good day. I'm glad that I'm able to do that. I would like to not have to report any numbers, but since I have to, and since I do, I have to have numbers to report. So the first number I'm going to give you is the Dow closed on Friday at 29,910. That's a good thing, almost into the 30s. And we'll take a look, 26 days till Christmas, 33 days left in this new year. And radiation days, done. No more radiation days. I'm going to quickly give you the numbers up here. 59 new deaths reported in the past 24 hours in the entire state of Florida, and 7,363 new positives. I'll tell you more about that as soon as I get back to the numbers section here. I'll give you a little bit of news first, and then we'll get into that. We'll jump right into that as quickly as possible. No school zone today, of course, but there will be a school zone tomorrow, so be careful over there in Beachland Boulevard. Also be careful. I understand there will be a lot of workmen out on A1A Monday and Tuesday of this week trying to get this A1A thing cleaned up between Beachland Boulevard and up here at Indian River Shore. So be careful there. Don't forget to get a flu shot. And also, don't forget to push the like button. I appreciate that, if you will. That's a good thing, all right? All right, let's talk about the little bit of the headlines in the news today. Florida reported 7,363 new COVID-19 cases on Sunday, pushing the state's pandemic total closer to 1 million. The state's total tally for COVID cases now stands at 992,660. The Florida Department of Health also reported another 59 new deaths in the past 24 hours. Altogether, 18,736 people have died of COVID-19 since the pandemic began here in Florida. And then on Sunday, the nation's top infectious disease expert warned of a possible new surge related to the Thanksgiving travel, on top of the surge for the COVID cases already that we are seeing in many spots across the country. So he says we're probably going to see a big surge, and we probably won't really see the main part of that surge for 2 or 3 weeks. That's not good news. This, I think, is good news. Some of you might not think it's good news. Lawyers say a legal precedent is firmly in place. The U.S. Occupational Safety and Health Administration, that's OSHA, has ruled that employers can require workers to get a flu shot. We translate that into they probably can require workers to get a COVID-19 shot when it becomes available. Despite the surge in new COVID-19 cases and the dramatic rise in hospitalizations, researchers say patients are surviving at a greater rate than earlier in the pandemic. Now, the reason for that? Stat News, that's a news reporting outfit, cites health experts who suggest the improvement is driven by more refined understanding of the disease and how to treat it, along with less strain on the healthcare system. They cite factors such as steroids that help save lives are being widely used. Also, many of the recent infections involve younger, healthier people who sought treatment in the early stages of the disease's progression. So there are a number of factors that come into that, and as we say every day, yes, the deaths compared to the number of testings are much lower, and that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. But I also need to remind you, I say this over and over and over again, there are people who get this. We're talking about, it doesn't make any difference how old you are. A lot of people are ending up with underlying other health issues as a result of COVID-19, like respiratory problems, heart problems, all sorts of things. This isn't like the typical flu, because the typical flu, you get it, you get over it, and it's done with. There is maybe 1 in 10, 1 in 15 people end up with some sort of underlying issue. Now, we don't know how long that underlying issue is going to last because it hasn't been around here long enough to know that yet. These kids who were going out there having COVID-19 parties to see who would get it first thought that was a really cool idea. Boy, are they idiots. Anyway, the idea there was they didn't know the other part of the story, as Paul Harvey used to say, the rest of the story. And the rest of the story is you're not going to get sick and get over it. You might be sick for a long time. Not a good thing. All right, here's something you can debate over. Whose stock shall you buy, Moderna or Pfizer? because both of these guys are going to do very, very well in the stock market. There's no question about that. Now, the difference is Moderna is owned. They don't have to share any of their money. Pfizer is working with this biotech outfit in Germany, so they have to share the money with those guys. I'm not going to weigh in on that, not going to suggest which one you should buy, but you can be sure that both of them are going to do exceptionally well. Now, we're counting on those to happen and happen very quickly. How fast will they get into our hands? Well, we don't know yet. I keep checking with the hospital all the time. How fast do you think we're going to be able to get it, and who is going to be able to get it? We know the first responders, all those people, they're going to be the first people in line. The older people who are sick type older people are going to be able to get it earlier. And then we get down to the older people like me who are approaching 80 years old. We might be able to get it a little bit sooner than some of you people in your 40s and 50s. I don't know. That's just my thinking about it. Until then, as I say every day, only you can slow down this pandemic. Only you. Nobody else. Not the president, not the governor, nobody else. Only you. And you know what you have to do. Don't be a COVIDiot. You know, we talk about COVIDiots. I haven't mentioned that word for a while. Please, please, please. Just wear your mask, distance, space. Try not to go out. Try not to get involved with lots of people and hang out at bars. It's just not a good thing. It's not going to help anything right now. It's only going to make everything worse. So I do say that positives are up. Deaths are down, testings are up, and expect to see the vaccine somewhere around the 10th of December. Hopefully at that meeting, the 10th of December, at least one of these companies is going to get emergency approval to be able to start shipping it. They're already gearing up United Airlines to fly it all over the world, so I'm suggest that it will probably begin to flow sometime close to Christmas. And also, I keep telling you about the vaccination certificates. Bet you any amount of money we're going to be seeing those. All right, let's take a look at the weather forecast for the Treasure Coast. That's Vero, Fort Pierce, and Stewart, Martin, Indian River, and St. Lucie counties. That's where all the buried treasure is here in Florida. We've got a lot of treasure out here. Don't tell anybody about the treasure, though. Just for us. It's for no one else. Just the people who live here on the Treasure Coast. Lots of that stuff's out there. Well, the weather forecast for today, forget this morning because this morning is already past. Let's take a look at tonight for the Treasure Coast. Some clouds, low 67 degrees, wind south-southwest 10 to 15 miles per hour today on Sunday. And then tomorrow we're going to have scattered showers and thunderstorms, high around 80 degrees. The winds west-southwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of rain is about 50% tomorrow, so we're going to see some rain. Okay, folks, we're going to pop right into the numbers. I have the numbers. You can see them on the screen. The numbers are, I put a couple of the little numbers over there, and then I put the rest of the numbers over here so you can be kind of looking at those numbers all the way through, but I'm also going to give you the county-by-county numbers and the numbers for the states as well. Here they go. Here come the numbers. Alrighty, folks, we're back in business again today. It's Sunday, November the 29th, and I do have all of the numbers for today. This is quite a treat for me because we haven't had all of the numbers since Wednesday because we didn't get any on Thursday, and then we only got some of the numbers on Friday and Saturday. So here we go with the real numbers. Take a look at this. 59 new deaths reported in the past 24 hours as a result of COVID-19. 78 the previous day. That would be 78 on Saturday. So we're down by 19. So going in the right direction there. However, taking a look at the positivities, 7,363. On Saturday, it was 6,277. So here we're up by 1,086. Not good. Not good at all. The positivity rate for the entire state of Florida for one day is 7.83%. 7.83% of the people, of all the people tested positive. That's always supposed to be under 5%. Alrighty, folks, now let's take a look at Miami-Dade. 11 new deaths to report in the past 24 hours, 2,024 new positives. In Broward County, 7 new deaths to report, 821 new positives. In Palm Beach, no new deaths to report, 341 new positives. In Orange County, no new deaths to report, 484 new positives. In Brevard County, that's Melbourne, 6 new deaths to report, 133 new positives. And in St. Lucie County, that's Fort Pierce, no new deaths to report, 38 new positives. Taking a look at the positivity rate, look at this number for Miami-Dade, 10.4%, double what it's supposed to be. Very, very bad. Broward County, 7.28%. Palm Beach County, 7.06%. Orange County, 6.08%. Brevard County, 6.52%. And in St. Lucie County, 5.91%. Alrighty, let's take a look at Martin County. Martin County is Stewart. No new deaths to report, 17 new positives. They have a positivity rate there of 6.01%. And then here in Indian River County, where we are, good thing. No new deaths to report, 17 new positives. Zip code 32960, 10 new positives. Zip code 32963, 1 new positive. And in zip code 32967, 6 new positives. Alrighty, we'll give you another look here at St. Lucie County. 5.91 is the positivity rate. Martin County, 6.01. And look at Vero Beach. We're under 5%, 4.03. That's a good thing. I don't know how long it'll stay that way, but there it is, 4.03. So that's very good. This is the 7-day moving averages now. Here's the 7-day moving averages for the entire state of Florida, 70.71. Now, what I did do, I divided these two 54s up, these numbers. This number was originally 108, and there was no number in here, so I divided them as 54. I don't know, I'll probably get called out on this by Danny up there in New Jersey, whether that's the right way to do this, but that got us down to 70.71, and that's a relatively low number for us, at least in recent times. Okay, those are the numbers for the entire state of Florida. Now, let's go over here and take a look at the charts. Here is the chart. This is the chart on the new cases, and I'm going to apply the 7-day moving averages as I normally do. And as you can see, look at this. This is just keeps cranking up, going up and up and up. So we know for sure that the positivity rate in the state of Florida is definitely inching up. No question about that. Can't argue with statistics. That's exactly what it is. Now let's go down here and take a look at the deaths in the entire state of Florida, and we'll apply the 7-day moving averages to that. Now, I said the other day we hadn't exceeded 100 for quite some time, at least way back over in here, back in October. Well, of course, here we are now. We did exceed it over here with the 108 number, although, as you can see, I cut it down to 54. So I don't know whether they're going to count this as 108 for this day because they did not report the deaths on Thanksgiving Day. So not sure exactly how that's all going to work out. But these are the deaths for the entire state of Florida. And yes, look, they're down. There's no question about it. They're down, and they're all under 100 with the exception of this one day here, which was 108, and that was a day after Thanksgiving. Okay, folks, here we are taking a look at the entire United States and the number of deaths in the United States. This is 48 hours ago, not 24 hours ago, because as I tell you each time, as you see, there's a lot of holes in the chart if I try to give it to you now. Otherwise, I'd have to wait until all of these came in, and that would be a while, and I want to get these numbers out right away. So we always do the past 48 hours. So Illinois was in first place, or we call this worst place, for 152 deaths. Michigan in second place with 110, then Texas with 84, Florida with then 78, Indiana was in fifth place with 69, South Dakota was in sixth place with 54, Minnesota was in seventh place with 45, our neighbor Georgia was in eighth place with 44, Massachusetts was in ninth place with 41. Up in Pennsylvania was in 10th place with 40. We'll go to Jersey. Oh, Danny, you got to get back to work here, buddy. 38 in New Jersey. Come on, we got to make this get better. And look at your neighbor right next door, New York, in 12th place with 37. My goodness gracious. We'll go down here to California, the largest state in the union in terms of population, was in 14th place with 33. Then Ohio in 15th place with 33. Maryland was in 16th place with 33. Wisconsin in 17th place with 28. We'll skip down a little bit further. We'll go to Utah in 21st place with 14. Kentucky in 22nd place with 14. We'll do Oklahoma, 23rd place with 13 for Mike Babcock, because now Mike's down here and he's going to want to know what's going on out there in Oklahoma. We'll go down a little bit further to Missouri in 26th place with 11. We'll go down just a teeny bit further and take a look at Iowa. Iowa's in 32nd place with 8. Colorado, look, Colorado's numbers have come down. 33rd place with only 6. Only 6 is 6 way too many, but we say that's a single-digit number, and that's a good thing. Now we'll get down to New Hampshire in 35th place with 6. We'll go down a little bit further for Nebraska in 37th place with 2. And we'll keep going down. Maine in 40th place with 1. Alabama had none. Nothing reported from Louisiana. South Carolina reported none. Washington reported none. Kansas reported none. Connecticut didn't report anything. Rhode Island didn't report anything. Delaware had 0. Wyoming had 0. Hawaii had 0. And Vermont had 0. Of course, Puerto Rico had 7. So that's the entire United States for the deaths in the past 48 hours. Alrighty, let's zip over here and take a look at what we refer to as the global view. These are the very, very large numbers. The USA cases, 13,324,717. The USA deaths, 266,534. The global cases, 62,555,683. And the global deaths, 1,457,098. Okay, folks, so there are the numbers, such as they are, and we're back in business again, and hopefully they will continue to provide us with numbers for the rest of this week, and we probably won't see another one of these incidents with no numbers until we get around Christmas time. So I am going to do some shout-outs. Oh, I want to remind you of one thing. I went to Nextdoor. Nextdoor is our little group that we have here, and I started a group at Nextdoor called Fun Dining. I'll show you that on the screen tomorrow or the next day. But fun dining means places that we have been to that have really exceptionally good food, like, for example, paella, some good Italian food, good German food, good Irish food, all that sort of thing. And also the foods that we've prepared here and things that we like. In particular, I made a meatloaf recently. It's not my recipe. I put the recipe up there. It's Anna Garten's recipe, but she got it from somebody else. Anyway, I'm putting those things up there. It's just called Fun Food, and it's on Nextdoor, our Nextdoor here locally. So go drop in there and take a look at it, and give me a comment and let me know if you like what you see. All right, let's do the shout-outs today. Other thing I'll tell you this at the end. Marie Arnold, Diana Stark, Iowa Lizzie, who is now Florida Lizzie, Cheryl Deacon, Alan Mary June, Gina Raymond, Joan, Ellen, Elizabeth Hutchison, George, Vanessa in Miami, Tony in Miami, Kevin out there in Houston, Wayne and Dorothy Mahoney, they're up in Minnesota, the Minnetonka friends. I also have Minnetonka friends here like Jim Stasek. They live up close to Minnetonka as well, up there in Minnesota, so we have to say hello to them. And then we also have to say hello to the Kennedys, and they're in Vero and Long Island. Jim Davis, the best radio voice on the planet. Tommy DeBray, my friend over there on the west coast of Florida. Raymond Carey. Captain Marcia will be back here on duty on Wednesday afternoon. Danny up in New Jersey. Danny, you got to get to work. Where do you see the numbers that I'm going to show you here for New Jersey? Not good at all. Ron and Barb Dumoulin. Okay, I did hear from Barb the other day. Yesterday it was. Ron spent the entire day not on a ventilator. So first day they had him off of it was the day before yesterday. They had him off of it for an hour, and yesterday he was off of it. He didn't have any fever, so he's progressing quite nicely. Still not out of the woods yet. He's one of our neighbors here. Got COVID-19. Can happen to anybody. Yeah, one of our neighbors here. He's up in Michigan. He's not down here in Florida. So we just want to say a shout out to them, and so glad that he's doing really well. And then we'll talk about Heather Mason Wood. We always say hi to Heather because Heather's my favorite name. Gail Beeson, the Carol, Karol. And then there's also Carol and Bobby Young up in Kentucky. And there's Jay and Megan Davis. Diane. Diane Hodson up in New Jersey. I'll get to her. She's having a birthday tomorrow. Thank you for watching. She's my business manager. She's always taking care of our money for us. Rosemary Biddle. Edith Stokes, she's the Garden Club gal. Ginger, Barbara, Donna, Brenda, Costas, Donald, Julie, Muffy, and Paul. Facebook friends, oh my goodness gracious, Ann, Hallie, Dan Shaw, and George Ed, they also subscribed or punched into the fun food on next door. So thank you very much for doing that. And there was Kathleen and Bruce and Jay Parm and Jean and Nancy Bicknell and Nancy Strazula, Susan. This is Susan Taylor. Barb Chandler, Barbara Parent, Billy Moss, the best real estate guy for bars and restaurants, and let's see, Lisa Crider Brown and Kimberly, my daughter up in North Carolina. Those are my daughters, and they watch from time to time. Robin Yates, Steve Reynolds, and then I mentioned Diane Flynn, and now Mike and Veronica Babcock. They live here in the building. In fact, they're immediately next door. If I pound on my wall, they might be able to hear me, although they say they can't hear me in here. And spent a little time with them last evening and had a really, really nice conversation with them. Neighbors that you see so seldom, and you live right next door to one another. That's because of the pandemic. Everybody's doing the right thing. And they showed up with their mask on. They're very, very, very obedient, and that was a good thing. So, okay, don't forget the fun dining. Remember, I suspect the food truck will be back again down at the Beach Market. They expect the Beach Market to open December the 18th. I'm going to find out on Monday if that date is still good. Man, I'll tell you, it looks like they have a lot of work to do. They were closed. The food truck was down for the week of Thanksgiving, but hopefully it will be back up and operating. Okay, I got to get out of here. This thing is running way, way, way too long. I hope you have a very, very blessed day today on Sunday for what's left of Sunday and the beginning of the day on Monday. It looks like we're not getting numbers now until about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, right in the middle of my other radio show. What am I going to do? So, anyway, I got to do what I got to do. I hope you have a very blessed day today. I look forward to seeing you back here on Monday. Ron Crider, signing off.